This is why you need to appreciate fast Wi-Fi. Back in 2010, waiting for a web page to load was a test of patience and willpower. You'd click a link, watch the little spinning icon, and wonder if you should go make a cup of coffee or just take a nap. Sometimes you'd even question if the internet was down or if it was just your luck that day. The struggle was real and every programmer knew it. Ever tried debugging with Internet Explorer as your main browser? It was like playing a game on hard mode, except you never signed up for the challenge. Internet Explorer was notorious for rendering things differently, breaking your layouts and throwing cryptic errors that made you question your entire career choice. But hey, it was the default, so you just had to deal with it. Welcome to Programmer Life, 2010 edition. Alright, so picture this. You fire up your chunky desktop PC, the Windows 7 logo glowing like a beacon of hope, and your internet's so slow you could knit a sweater before Stack Overflow loads. The fans whir loudly, the hard drive clicks, and you're just hoping everything boots up without a blue screen. It was a ritual, and every morning felt like a gamble. You open your IDE, NetBeans or Eclipse of course, because VS Code doesn't exist yet. These were the heavyweights of the time and they took their sweet time to start. You'd watch the splash screen, maybe check your phone, if you had a smartphone, and mentally prepare for the day's coding battles. The interface was clunky, but it was home. Every time you hit run, you crossed your fingers, prayed to the coding gods, and hoped you didn't see a wall of red errors. The anticipation was real. Would your code work, or would you spend the next hour chasing down a missing semicolon? Sometimes the build would fail for reasons you couldn't even pronounce. It was a roller coaster of emotions, every single time. And don't even get me started on debugging. You'd sprinkle print statements through your code like confetti, then read through the console like it's an ancient scroll. There were no fancy debuggers or instant feedback, just you, your wits, and a sea of console output. Sometimes you'd forget to remove a print statement and wonder why your program was so slow. It was all part of the process. Copy-paste from forums? Absolutely, but half the time, it was a wild guess if that random snippet would work. You'd scour pages of Stack Overflow, old forums, and obscure blogs, hoping someone else had the same problem. Sometimes the code was in a different language or used a library you'd never heard of. But you pasted it in anyway because desperate times called for desperate measures. And when your code finally compiled, it was pure euphoria. Like happy dance in your chair levels of joy. You'd throw your hands up, maybe even shout and feel like you'd conquered the world. That moment made all the frustration worth it. It was a small victory, but it felt huge. Oh, and if you wanted a break, you played Minesweeper or Solitaire, that's it. No TikTok, no YouTube shorts, no endless scrolling. Just you, a grid of mines, and the hope you wouldn't blow up on the first click. It was simple, but it was the perfect way to reset your brain before diving back into the